Good morning. You ready to do your daily energy routine? Hi, I'm Marianne Ferguson with Splinter Hill Holistics. I'm an Eden Energy Medicine Advanced Practitioner and Fundamentals Level 1 teacher here in Kamloops, BC. That's the Eden Energy Medicine Level 1 certification program. So it would be the first year of the certification program for Donna Eden. Good morning, Pat. So here we are back again. It's Monday. This week I'm going to do this on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then I think that's going to be it for a while, unless I do it the odd time. Good morning, Cassia and Zach. My life is starting to ramp back up again. I've got classes coming up and gardening happening, and life is beginning to get back in swing. So, you know, anytime you want to come on and do any of the ones I've already done, please do so. It's they're all relevant all the time. So anytime you want to do one with me, just find one of my past ones. I think I've got over 40 on here now. Good morning, Connie. So today we're going to do a little bit of radiant circuit energy because the sun is shining and we should be feeling radiant and happy. The energy, that heavier energy I talked about earlier, has lifted, and we've got a beautiful, brilliant energy of change that has moved in. So we had an energy that was quite strong and intense, that was updating and recoding our energy patterns, our energy systems. And now it's been followed by this beautiful, brilliant energy that gives us an opportunity to step right into that new code. And so if things are feeling a little lighter for you, that's good. And of course, those opportunities are only just that. They're opportunities. We can choose to just keep doing the things exactly the way we've been doing them, or we might have some new ideas that we'd like to try. And I would say this is a really good time to decide to step out and try them, because there's a lot of universal support for this right now. Good morning, Anamiki. Okay, so we're going to get started, and we're just going to do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday this week. Just keep that in mind. And remember that you can jump on and do any of the others or any of the recordings anytime you like. And so I'm going to move my chair over. Come back here. Okay, so it's just a beautiful sunny day. Yesterday we had Mother's Day here with my mom, and it got to be 30 degrees on our deck back here, and it was really beautiful and warm. I did lots of gardening, and we had some nice brunch in the morning, and we had a nice dinner in the evening. So it was really a lovely day. I hope you all had a beautiful Mother's Day, no matter what you're mothering. Hi, Trisha. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start with spooning our feet like we usually do. So lift one foot, and of course do this sitting down if you like. I like to do it standing. You guys can do it sitting. I'm on a wobbly board, so it's not quite as exciting for me this morning. Now you're picking up the electromagnetic energy in your body and pulling yourself down to the earth. You are also spooning over important meridian points that open up and connect you to the earth and exchange information with the earth. Gets you really well grounded and really well poled. We are electromagnetic beings, so we have polarities as well. And so we want to keep our poles pulled to the earth. We want to keep our south pole going down, our north pole going up. And all of the processes, every cell in the body, all of the energies need to be pulled. Well, it's Monday morning and we have a bit of action outside, so I hope you guys can hear me okay. Okay, so this morning we'll get our roots going and we'll get ourselves really well grounded, and then we'll go into some radiant circuit stuff this morning. So just feel, and I'm going to keep my sunglasses on because I've got the sun staring at me directly. Feels so good. Okay, so feel into your feet and really get those tap roots going down. Just feel those big tap roots growing out of the kidney 1 points, at the bottom of your feet, and just make them nice and big and thick though. Nice big thick tap roots going down. There's a foot chakra down there too at the bottom of your feet. So just really pull it down into the earth, these great big tap roots, and tap them down into that underground stream and grow your side roots out. Oh my goodness, we have construction on both sides of us today. So let's just try and let that, push that away, push the noise away, and get into our routine. I might have to go back inside to do routines. So tap roots down in the earth and our big tendrils of roots going out to the side, connecting in with whoever, whatever we need to connect with, and with plants and minerals, and find the nutrients and the nurturing energy that you need from the earth this morning. And suck that up into your body like a straw. Just let it suck up through the big tap roots, right up through the body like a straw. And then grow these nice big roots off your toes and heels. Wrap them around stable plates, get them nice and stable. And now pull that yin up, and let's reach up to the heavens. Straighten your back, pelvic tilt. Straighten your jaw and your head, and find your soul star. Find the essence of you, the spark that is you, and pull that knowledge of who you are down through your body. And pull the yin back up from the earth, and pull the yang energy back down over you. Now feel into your feet. Ah, yes. Much better. And when you're pulling this, I haven't mentioned this for a while, but as you pull the yin up and pull the yin down, you're also balancing yin and yang. So feel into both your hands on each side of your body and see if one hand has more resistance than the other, or if one hand moves more freely through your aura than the other, or if one side is more bumpy or more electrical than the other. Your left side is yin and your right side is yang. So often we feel a little difference on each side of our body. And this exercise helps balance blood pressure, hormone balancing, fluids in the body. All of the processes in our body have a yin and yang quality. So as we balance the yin and yang, we balance so many processes in the body, so many things that need to stay balanced. I don't even know them all, of course, because I'm not a medical doctor. I haven't studied medicine, I haven't studied Western medicine, only energy medicine. Okay, so now let's do a few radiant circuits. Let's really get our radiance going. It's such a good energy in, and it should be, your radiant energy should be starting to flow. You should be starting to feel brighter and lighter. So if you're not, we might need to work on the radiant circuits a little bit. So let's start with them. So we'll do the yin and yang regulator first, and they are really good to help us flow into new things. The regulators help hold us while we do our change, and helps us change more gracefully, just like spleen energy does. So let's start with the yin regulator. We're going to make a heart on the face. So we'll start at the third eye, and we'll go a heart around the face, and then we'll go straight down the center of the neck down to the clavicle. And then we're going to cross over to each shoulder and down the sides of our arms and squeeze the elbows. And now just pull up over your breasts and all the way down the front of your body, and we're going to squeeze the sides of the feet as we get down the sides at the base of the toe. And then we're going to come up spleen meridian on the medial side of the big toe, come up the inside of the leg, flaring out at the hips, up just past the armpits and down to those spleen tapping points. So both the regulators and spleen energy help us step into new things. And so right now we have the opportunity to step into something that we've maybe always wanted to step into, but we've been a little bit afraid, a little bit held back, worried about whatever, what will we make it? Will we starve? Will we have enough money to pay our rent? Will we be okay by ourselves? Whatever we need to do, it's time to step into it. And so let's do some energy work to support that. Let's do that again. Heart over down to the clavicle and across to the shoulders. And down and squeeze the elbows, coming all the way down the front of the body and squeeze the feet on either side. And then we're going to come up spleen. So come up the inside of the legs, flaring out at the hips, up past the armpits and down to those spleen tapping points. Now we're going to do the yawn regulator. So the yawn regulator is cover the eyes and come slide slowly up around the ears and down the back of the neck and squeeze those traps. Come across the neck and down the arms just like you did with the yin regulator and squeeze the elbows. Now this time we're going to go across the chest to the back of the body and just really tight against the body, flow down the back of the body, and when you get down to the feet, squeeze the Achilles tendon here. So we're going to go all the way down the back of the leg and pinch that Achilles tendon and come up spleen. Get the inside of the leg flaring out at the hip, up past the armpit and down to the spleen tapping points. We really should never miss the opportunity to come up spleen whenever we're bent over if we can, because spleen is such an important energy to keep strong. So let's do that yawn regulator again. Cover the eyes and slide up around over the ears and down to the shoulders. Give a squeeze, cross at the clavicle and down to the elbows and across to the back, all the way down the back of the body and pinch the Achilles tendon and come up spleen. Woohoo! And now we're going to do the yin and yang bridge flow. So bridge flows, processes in the body and help communication happen within the body. They bridge the front and the back of the body, all the left and right, and they also bridge energies between us and the outside environment and other people. So if we're having a hard time being heard or hearing what other people say, sometimes our bridge flows might be a little bit weak. So let's do our yin bridge to start with. And all bridge flows begin at the base of the skull, right here below the occipital ridge. So we're going to give that a little rub that spot, and then we're going to do the yin bridge. So we're going to come up to the forehead and touch there. We're going to go down the side of the cheeks and touch there. And now we're going to slide right down the center of the neck to between the breasts. And here we're going to make 3 hearts, 3 big hearts. I know you must know these hearts because we make them every day at the end of our practice, and this is why. And now we're going to slide down the fronts of our legs and tuck our fingers underneath the arches. All the way down and tuck your finger under your arch. And squeeze those arches and come up spleen. Yes. And we're going to do that one again. So start at just below the occipital ridge and give a little rub. Up over the top of the head, touch the forehead, the sides of the head, and down the neck to between the breasts. 3 hearts. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to slide down the front of the legs and tuck into the arches. And now come up spleen. Nice. And let's do the yawn bridge. So the yawn bridge is a little bit different because it's it's a figure of eights all the way down the back. And since we can't really reach that well, we're going to do it a little bit differently, and it uses our radiant imagination. How about that? So we're going to still start at the power point here below the occipital ridge, and we're going to slide down to the shoulders and squeeze and make a figure eight here at the base of your neck if you can reach that. Okay, now come to the front of the body, and we're going to make really tight little figure eights, and we're going to imagine that you're standing behind yourself, making them down our back. This is where the power of energy medicine is so strong, where we can direct this energy wherever we want it to go. So all the way down to the spine. And now turn your body and wiggle yourself into those figure eights. And grab that energy at the hips and all the way down the back and come up spleen. Nice. And we'll do that one again. We'll start at the occipital ridge, just below it, down the back of the neck, and paint a little figure eight here. And now we'll come to the front and do nice little figure eighty twists really close, and imagine yourself standing at your back and making these all down your spine, right down to your sacrum, and then twist yourself into those eights and pull that all the way down the backs of your legs and come up spleen. Nice. Okay, now let's do the belt flow. So we're going to start at the center of the back. We all know the belt flow because we do it quite often, but it is a radiant circuit. And we're going to pull 1, 2, 3 times across the waist and squeeze down the opposite leg like a tube of toothpaste. The belt flow connects your upper and lower body, and your lower chakras to your upper chakras. It opens up that flow and come up spleen. And we'll do it one more time on each side. 2, 3. We usually, when we trace our radiant circuits, we do them twice on each side. 1, 2, 3. And down we go and pull up spleen. Now, as we do this radiant energy, it starts to make us feel more radiant. It starts to make us feel more excited. When we do our radiant circuit class, in our energy medicine class, we often are all just giggling so hard by the time we're into the middle of our day, and it's because our radiance is starting to flow and we're starting to feel a bit giddy, because that's what radiant energy feels like. People who are, you listen to Donna Eden, she almost seems unreal because she's just full of radiance, and her radiance is really strong. Okay, so now we're going to do central and governing in our daily routine. So those are also radiant circuits, but we're going to leave those for the daily routine. So the last one that we're going to do here this morning is called the penetrating flow. And it's for penetrating the work deeply into the body. And it also penetrates your feelings deep into your body. And it really helps the triple burners light up and ignite. And it really supports the deep inner healing of the body. So we're going to start in the center, in the small of the back. And we're just going to open up that area in there. We're just going to squeeze and pull, and squeeze and pull, and squeeze and pull. And then we're going to rub that area a little bit and go up above it a little bit and down to the sacrum and rub the sacrum. Now come slowly up over the sides of your hips down to your pubic bone, and then tight against your body, really slowly up to the chest and land with your hands crossed here. Take a deep breath and then slide right up the neck and curl your hands around your mouth. And we're going to do 3 poofs like this, like as if you're blowing out a candle. And we're going to land back over the heart. Okay, so let's do that again. To the small of the back and really open that energy up. And then we're going to rub into the small of our back and go up a little bit higher and down to the sacrum. Pull up slowly around your hips to the pelvic bone, and then come straight up the front of your body, land on your heart. Take a deep breath here. Slide up your neck and around your mouth, and we're going to make the 3 puffs and land on your heart. There we go. The penetrating flow. That is so beautiful. And it really helps you feel beautiful. This is the flow that helps you feel more sensual and more beautiful. It really connects into your sensuality. Okay, so now we've done all our radiant circuits. Let's get right into tapping. Let's tap on the cheekbones just below the eyeballs for the stomach beginning points and drive that yawn energy down into the earth to really get us grounded. And now we're going to drop down to the jawline. And I just like to go around on my face to wake up my skin, make sure muscles beneath my skin are all in awareness and awake. And underneath my chin especially, really wake up that area and tap lots of good energy into there and down the neck to the clavicle. And now run your hands along the clavicle to the center and drop down and out into these holes here. And these are the kidney 27 points. That's going to pull that yin energy up from the earth. Just suck it up like a straw through your body, right into your deep core energies. And we've been talking a lot about protecting, building your core and protecting your core. And tapping your kidney 27s is one way to keep strong core energy flowing. So really suck that energy up through your tap roots as you tap this one. And then let's go over to the breastbone, the sternum, and tap over thymus to help our T cells be super strong and in awareness and produce lots of them to bolster our immune system. And then let's tap right across the body over to the spleen points. And we've already done some good work with spleen this morning, and so we're going to give spleen another little awakening. This is our inner mom. This is our inner healer. Spleen is very important. It helps balance our hormones, helps bolster our immune system, helps balance the body temperature. And it just has the ability as a radiant circuit to go anywhere in the body that needs help when it's strong and robust. So let's plant our hands on our thighs and feel the energies. And you should feel, after doing all those radiant circuits, you should feel a little bit vibrating this morning, a little bit more radiant. Okay, so we see I'm giggling just because I've done my radiant circuits. So now let's start on the big traps and start these crossovers and really get our energies crossing over nice and strong. Left brain, right body, right brain, left body. Make these processes super strong and sink that crossover right through all your organs in the brain, through every cell in your body. Make sure that you give that signal right through your whole body that these crossovers are important. And wake up, crossovers. Let's get strong. Now pull through the aura and land on the opposite knee. Pull and land. Yes. Weave through your aura. And the aura should feel really lovely and bright and energetic after all those radiant circuits. Full of love, full of happiness. Yes. You can really get your twist at the waist happening. That's really good for the crossover energies, making sure that you're twisting. And now plant your feet. Plant those big roots and start your swing. Sway back and forth at the waist. And don't engage those muscles in your shoulders and upper back. Just allow them to swing freely. Let that all swing really freely. Open up your shoulders. Zoom, zoom. Pump the cerebral spinal fluid up. Let your neck just relax. And any energies that you're holding in your neck and the base of your neck, let that drain. Just imagine all of any stuck energy there draining out of your neck and your traps. Draining down, 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 and out. Imagine your lymphatic system just sucking all that stressy energy out of your neck and shoulders and draining it away. There we go. Oh dear, what have I got going on? I had lost my network connection. Outside my house, maybe my connection isn't quite as good. Sorry, you guys. Okay. So now we're going to do the connecting heaven and earth. Let's connect heaven and earth. So feel into your feet and really let that energy sink down deep into the earth and connect into those big tap roots and the roots off your toes. Pull that energy up, straighten your back, pelvic tilt, straighten your head and connect into the heavens. Connect to your source, your essence. Pull that down into the heart center. And now let's rub our hands together and shoot one hand flat to the heavens and one to the earth. Oh my goodness, do I love to do this outside. Stretch, stretch, stretch your hands in both directions and pull that together at your heart center where it naturally crosses over and go up the other side. And stretch, 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 and let that energy from the heavens pull down to your arms and the energy from the earth pull up your arm. Pull that together at the heart center. And we inhale as we go up and stretch and hold our breath. Exhale as we come down to the center and hold and inhale. And this energy moves right through the bones and the joints and really clears and cleanses the energy flowing through your body so you don't get stiff and sore. And if you've got any spots that feel a bit stiff for you today, really direct that flow right through that area so that you can clear out any stuck energies that are there. You can always figure eight over those spots too and help the energy flow more freely there. Wherever you feel any aches or pains or stuck energies in your body, stiffness, you can always just figure eight over them. Try and get the energy to flow. So now pick up this upper energy and pull it down to the earth. And let it pour out of the top of your head here. And now begin to sway. And swing those arms in the figure eight patterns. Pull across the body. All the way up into your aura, really making this aura nice and strong and robust and protective. All the way back down to the earth and roll it up. We're doing so many things with our energies, hands back to back, that I can't even tell you all the things we're doing. I'd be here all day. So now hands back to back and just pull slowly and surely down through your aura, cleaning, cleansing, clearing, all the way down, making sure that there is nothing in your aura that is out of balance with you and your essence. Lay your hands on your thighs. Put your hands back to back in front of you and pull open through your aura, cleaning, cleansing, clearing, making sure that nothing is here that isn't in harmony with you and your essence. And you will imagine that your palms touch in the center of your back. And when you do, pick up an imaginary curtain there and let's pull that curtain closed to really make a strong layer of protection around our body. so that only things that are harmonious with our essence, with your essence, can get through. And down to your thighs. Beautiful. So now let's do a Wayne Cook. So the Wayne Cook is to unscramble tangled up energy. And so this, the Wayne Cook was developed for people with dyslexia and stuttering, but it really works for so many memory issues and disorders in the brain, places where things aren't communicating very well in the brain, and brain to body as well. So it's really good for all of us. It helps us store and retrieve information really much more efficiently. And so, it's good for people who need to perform or public speak or study and learn and regurgitate information. So let's take right over left, and if your balance is off today, grab a chair and sit down and do this. Lift your yoga toes and plant a firm foundation underneath you and really sink those taproots. Just because you've moved your feet doesn't mean you're not connected. Those taproots move with you as you move. Just make sure you remember that you're never stepping away from your roots. They're always there, holding you strong. Their energy is so dynamic, it's moving all the time. Hands back to back and put right over left, palms facing, clench your fingers and pull them in. And reach up to the heavens with your in-breath and down to the earth with your out-breath. And we're going to pull the in up and push the yin down. And I'm going to do a more exaggerated pull and push because I like to. Not necessary. Pull up and push down. And pull up and push down. One more time. And push down. Now unwind, and we're going to put left over right and do the same thing. Plant our feet, hands back to back, left over right, clasp and pull in. And pump that yin and yang with your breath. Just feel into your body. Feel things becoming clearer. Everything untangling. All of those tangled up, scrambled up energies moving more smoothly, more freely through your body. Through your brain, brain to body. Now unwind, and we'll put our hands together in a prayerful position. Put your thumbs into your third eye, and we're going to hold here for a few breaths and allow this energy from the back brain to pull forward into your thumbs and create a figure eight pattern back to front. So always the energy is looping back to itself. That infinity pattern runs through our whole beings. It runs through the whole universe. Everything loops back to itself. So create strong connections in your brain, brain to body. Now pull your thumbs apart to your temples, bury your fingers in your third eye, and open your third eye. Widen your perspective, look at the bigger picture, and shake it off. And now we're going to do the crown pull all the way across the top of the crown and all the way down to the base of the neck. We're going to do that same opening. Bury your fingers and open. Bury your fingers and open. Make sure your crown is fully open to the inspiration of the universe, releasing any stuck energies in your head, any negative thoughts, anything that's causing you congestion or headache. Let that flow out right now, all the way down to the base of your neck. Release anything you're holding in your neck. Hang on to those traps and pull that across to your heart. Now we're going to zip up our central and governing meridian, central running from the base of the pubic bone to the bottom lip, governing, running from the base of the spine, up the spine, over to the head to the top lip. And these energies act on our central nervous system. They lock in the core energies and protect us. And they feed the brain energy, and they are so important in so much protection in our body. So let's zip in an affirmation. So think of an affirmation that you would like for yourself today. Think of something you'd like to affirm in your life today. And zip up. Central as you say your affirmation. 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to zip up, governing the same way. 1, 2, 3. And let's connect those two by putting our middle finger in the navel, middle finger into third eye. Push in hard and pull up hard. And we're going to hold that until we get a nice deep involuntary breath, which is coming for me right now. If you've been doing it all along, you should hook up just that quickly. And this really calms the central nervous system. When these two are fully connected, it means you're fully protected in your core. Plus you have jumped out. These are also radiant circuit energies. So you have jumped these out into the radiant circuit energies that circle around your body and your aura and add another layer of protection and really protect those core energies. You will feel stronger and much more confident and much more powerful if you zip up and hook up regularly. Yes, and now let's weave all this together into our Celtic weave. So rub your hands together, shake them off, plant them on your thighs, and feel into your feet and into your roots. Pull up into the heavens, touch into your soul star, and pull that down into the very center of your being, and let that fill your energy ball, the very essence that is you, and the wisdom of the earth, the nutrients that you pulled in for you today, the stability that you pulled in, the calmness of your central nervous system, and put all of that information right into the center of your brain. Let it stir around and mix around in there. And fill all of the cells of your brain with the essence of you. Now pull your elbows together, pick up that stream on the tips of your fingers and stream it across your eyes and weave it out into your Celtic weave. The Celtic weave is at the edge of your aura, and it creates so much communication all through your energy systems and with the environment. Pull that down over your back and land on your thighs. And there's your daily energy routine. So for anyone who joined late, I'm doing, my last week is this week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and jumping back into my life, and things are taking over. So I might be on every once in a while. If I do decide to do it, sometimes I will announce it ahead of time so you'll know. But in the meantime, go back and we have over 40 videos now to choose from. So just keep going through and doing it with me if that's what you'd like to do. It's really, really helpful for your energies, and rest assured that I will be still doing my daily energy routine every day. It's just I'll be doing it at all different times, sometimes often really early in the morning, and much more in a meditative way for myself, deep inside myself, instead of explaining as I go. So you guys can do that too. If you've learned all this and just want to try doing it on your own without me, just really get into the feel of your energies as we do it. So now we're going to trace our meridians, and we trace our meridians. They're our energetic blood flow that feed our physical body and our emotional, spiritual, mental self. And so let's trace them all to keep that flow free and clear. And we're going to start with central and governing. So from the base of the pubic bone, go to the bottom lip and throw that off. And governing from the base of the spine straight up the back of the spine, up over the top of the head to underneath the nose. There we go. And we're going to dive down for spleen on the medial side of the big toe. Come up the inside of the legs, flaring out at the hips, up just past the armpits and down to those spleen tapping points. And then we're going to go to a heart. Armpit down the inside of the arm, off the baby finger. Armpit down the inside of the arm and off the baby finger. And turn that over for small intestine. From the baby finger up over the elbow, dip back at the shoulder to the hollow of the cheek and the opening of the ear. Baby finger up the back of the arm, dip back at the shoulder to the hollow of the cheek and the opening of the ear. And then we'll go to bladder on the medial side of the eyebrows, go straight up over the top of the head and land on either side of the spine. And from here, grab that energy, pull it down to the sacrum, back up to the center of the back and pull around the buttocks and leave that here. Pick it up on the lateral side of the back and pull it all the way down over the buttocks and down the back of the leg and off the baby toe. Now kidney, tuck in underneath the arches and squeeze. And now make a loop on your heel and come up the deep inside of the body, up the deep inside of the core, and out to those kidney 27 tapping points. And now we'll go to pericardium circumflex from the side of the nipple. Come up over the shoulder, down the inside of the arm and off the middle finger. Side of the nipple, up over the shoulder, down the inside of the arm and off the middle finger. Turn that over for triple warmer. The ring finger, we're going to go back up the back of the arm, dip back at the shoulder, up behind the ear to the side of the brow. Ring finger up the back of the arm, dip back at the shoulder, up behind the ear and to the side of the brow. And now we'll go down to gallbladder, the side of the eye, triple warmer gallbladder. Side of the eye, drop down to the opening of the ear. Go straight up the side of the face, make a loop on the forehead, go over the ear to the base of the skull. Come back up to the center of the forehead, up over the top of the head to the shoulders. Now pull that energy forward at the breasts, back at the hip, forward, or back at the waist, forward at the hip and down the sides of the legs and off the fourth toe. Liver on the lateral side of the big toe, come up the inside of the leg, flaring out at the hips and up to just underneath the breasts. Lung, we're going to land on the lungs and go up over the shoulders and down off the thumb. Lung, up over the shoulder, down the inside of the arm and off the thumb. Pointer finger for large intestine, and up the back of the arm, dip back at the neck, come up underneath the nose and curl up the side of the nose. Pointer finger up the back of the arm, dip back at the shoulder, underneath the nose and up the curl of the nose. And now we're back to, we're at stomach. On the cheekbones, we're going to drop down to the jawline, up around the face and down through the eyes, all the way down to the clavicle. Out at the clavicle, over the breast and in, down to the pubic bone. And then we're going to slide down to the second toe. Then we're back at spleen. On the medial side of the big toe, come up the inside of the leg, flaring out at the hips, up just past the armpits and down to those spleen tapping points. And we'll finish with central and governing. So we'll go from the base of the pubic bone to the bottom lip, and from the base of the spine all the way up over the top of the head to the top lip. Lock that off and let's make 9 radiant hearts. So to really bolster the radiant circuits that we started today, let's make 3 hearts over the face, feeling so happy to have the essence of me flowing down from the heavens and filling me so I know who I am. And then we're going to make hearts over the trunk, feeling so happy to be in this body that I've been given to live in on this journey. And now flowing through the aura, being so happy to be here on this beautiful day, on this beautiful journey. Namaste, everyone. Now I always end my practice with heaven rushing in. And heaven rushing in is where we tap into the great power grid, the universal grid of knowledge. And we ask for any support that we need to get us through our day, help us on our journey, help us with inspiration on something we're doing, and thinking about stepping into ourself, stepping into our new self, whatever that may be. And we might not even be in full awareness of what that may be, but let's just allow something to emerge, and let us just feel our way along and say yes more often than no to new things in your life. So let's ask for help. If you choose, that's a good one for today. So reach into your deep roots and pull that yin energy up in full support of you from the earth to help keep you grounded and stable while you reach high into the heavens, and connect in with the great power grid with your hands. Touch that grid and ask for whatever you need to pull you through to help you move forward and step into the true essence of you, whatever it is you're asking for today. And when you feel that energy coming down your arms, pull it into your heart center. There's a vortex there called heaven rushing in, and heaven rushes in support of you. Beautiful. Okay, you guys. So I'll just come here and see who's here. Oh, Kara. Good morning, Kara. Adrian. Good morning, Adrian. Let's see who else. I have to shade my eyes. Oh, Sandra. Hi, Sandra. And Lynn. Hi, Lynn. Trisha and Amika, Connie, Cassia, and Zach, and Pat. Wonderful. So good to see you all. And I know there's more people watching that I can't see here because it doesn't always register everyone that's watching. So I'll be back again Wednesday morning if the universe allows, and I'm sure it will. And I'll be back on Friday morning for our last one, and then we'll visit it now and again after that. So it's been a beautiful morning, and I hope wherever you are, no matter what the weather is, that you're enjoying your day and feeling more radiant after this morning. Take care. Bye-bye.